Hello, everybody. We are back from break with Dungeons and Mad Mage. This is episode 117, and our party, half our party, and some miscellaneous new members find themselves under attack by Umber Hulks in the land of the Stone Men. So let's jump to the start of this and see how this all turns out. So it is the top of the round, and the Umber Hulk fighting against Ashes is in a fury. This thing reaches out with one of its claws, and rather than attack you, Ashes, it basically tries to clamp down on you with one of its claws. It's trying to grapple you with one of its claws. So, I need you to make an opposed grapple check. You can either do athletics or you can do acrobatics, right?
Right.
I
was going to say, I would have advantage being in hybrid
Oh,
form.
yeah, you absolutely have advantage. 100%.
I was going to say, is there anything why I wouldn't have it?
No, absolutely not. You 100%
wolves don't fight bugs. So...
Oh, that's why. That's they're terrified.
Sorry, brother.
No, you absolutely have advantage in this. The Umber Hulk has literally zero understanding of what your capabilities are. It's just reacting to you. So it reaches out and it tries to grab you. So you rolled a 23. It rolls a... Ooh! Unexpected! Alright. It reaches out, and you're expecting, right, another sweeping claw attack. So you kind of like brace yourself to duck underneath it, but it slows as it approaches you and whoosh, scoops you up, and you are now held in the grip of this Umber Hulk. And it leans in, and it's going to try to bite you now, okay, with its mandibles. That's a 26 to hit.
Damn, yeah, that's going to hit.
They're not magical creatures, though, so you do reduce that damage down to 5. Oop, I gotta pop over to the battle map, my bad. So you reduce that down to 5 damage. And then the creature does something, again, somewhat unexpected. With the second claw attack, it doesn't try to slice you in two. It puts so it has you in one claw, it puts the other claw behind your head and basically holds your eyes to its eyes. You cannot look away from the creature at this point.
Just wants the warm embrace.
And that is the end of its turn. So Ashes, it is now your turn. You cannot divert your gaze. I need you to roll me a DC 15 charisma saving throw.
Your highest stat.
Yeah. -1. I failed.
That is a fail. So, you cannot... You feel your body kind of like slump, right? You cannot take reactions until the start of your next turn. And I need you to roll a D8.
Quattro.
You go slack-jawed and you can do nothing for your turn. Your turn is over.
Great. I guess in turn then.
All right. Risk. Right? You have lit up a torch. The world is now no longer darkness to you. The sounds of battle to the southeast of you, as Ashes is facing off against this creature. You see Mossy disappear into the wall. Ezrah rushes backwards, right, and launches off some sort of magic towards the Umber Hulk facing up against Ashes. And then you see Ashes grabbed and forced to stare into the eyes of this Umber Hulk creature. What are you going to do? And as you are deciding what to do, specifically I have to ask you, are you diverting your gaze from the Umber Hulk to the southeast?
First question.
Yes.
many amphibians have 2 eyelids.
Ooh.
One that only slightly obscures vision.
Ooh.
Could Risk use his inner eyelid to overcome the Umber Hulk?
Ooh. Ooh.
The fungus got it.
Sciencing me. Ooh. Okay. All right. Okay.
Roll for
All
fungus.
right. Huh. I will say we can play this out in 2 ways, right? I will say Risk could do that, right? But if he does that, it obscures his vision lightly, right? Giving like a -2, right? For light obscurity. Or I would say he could do that and not divert his gaze, and that will give him advantage on his charisma save. I will let you pick which one of these you want to go for, but you have to stick with the one that you pick.
Well, he's got a -2 to charisma. So
Oh, that's a good point.
We're just gonna take the hit.
Okay. All right. So -2 to your attacks, basically. So Risk sees this creature, and Risk is like, the tribe has faced these creatures before. We know to block our gaze, right? Like the lenses come up, right? And Risk now has these weird cloudy looking eyes, but he is now protected against the Umber Hulk.
Hell yeah. Okay.
I love it.
Next, so Ashes is currently held in a pincer, right?
Mm-hmm. Held in a pincer.
Okay.
Pinced up.
Pinced up.
Risk is going to forego trying to do damage, and he's going to jump up and like spring off the wall.
Okay.
And try to like jam his spear where the pincer like is holding.
I do want to ask specific order of operations here. So Risk is normally outfitted with a spear and a shield. Right now he has a torch. I would say you're probably not going to be able to.
The torch.
Yeah, you're going to have to choose between torch, spear, shield. You could drop the torch on the ground, but that means if the fighting moves, you're going to lose your light then, right? You'll have to go back and get it, but that would mean you
I think
can.
I'm just going to drop it.
You're dropping it?
Leave it drop.
All right, you drop it.
If we move, he'll grab the fucking torch back up.
Okay, sounds like a plan. I think I actually have a torch. Oh, do I? Yeah, I actively have a torch option over here.
I'm about to say we used to have party face.
Yeah, no. So that torch option should work. Hopefully, I'm gonna go turn off your light on the fly. Do you still see things?
I still see things.
But that torch seems like it is less than.
It seems 10/10.
It is just 30, actually, is all it is.
Just 30 dim?
Yeah, it is just 30. So that's a weird torch. So we'll set that to, because it's supposed to be 40, right? I'm trusting you.
2020.
2020. I just
Okay.
double checked it. Yep.
All right, how's
I'm not crazy.
Yeah, now I can see.
In this case.
Okay, cool.
That seems too big.
That
but
seems too big.
What
do I
It
got?
seems like you have it 30/30 right now.
Oh, I have it 40/20 is what I had.
Okay.
I forgot
There
because
we
they
go.
used
That
to.
is
It used to be the lighting has changed in the last like year. It's been a while, but I haven't had to mess with lighting in a while. But the lighting changed from you used to have to put the total amount of light and then you would set the dim light. Now it's you set the bright light and you set the dim light and they total together. So, anyways, Risk drops his torch on the ground, draws his spear, and does what?
Like I said, he's gonna spring off, like he's gonna jump up and spring off the wall.
Absolutely, he has a
wedge
standing.
his spear.
He specifically has a standing leap ability that lets him just go boing into places, basically.
Boing. But yeah, so he's just trying to wedge his spear where that like the base of the pincher is of the one that's holding Ashes and gonna try and like wedge a spear in there and like pry open the pincers for Ashes.
So you're gonna try. Are you gonna try to free Ashes, or are you gonna try to assist Ashes in freeing himself?
Oh yeah, system asses.
Well, so he
An
already
axis.
gets advantage no matter what.
That's true.
So unless
I would- well,
can
so
give
I
him
would just
a
say
number
it-
value.
Yeah, you would just add a bonus to it, basically.
Okay, then yes, I would.
Well, it's up to
Well,
you.
Hold
And
up.
here's the other thing: he might not even get the chance to do it if he's forced to gaze into the thing's eyes again. He might not even get the opportunity to free himself.
And it's also his action to free himself.
Exactly, it says action to free himself.
Risk is gonna try and force it open himself. He's not very strong, but he's gonna
All
do
right.
what he can.
I would say opposed strength checks. So Umber Hulk is gonna try to keep that shit closed tight around Ashes while Risk is trying to wrench it
fucking
open.
Risk is ready to go.
Okay.
Damn, he's ready for rain.
Wow.
What?
Ugh.
What?
Needs
No.
it.
No.
Wait, I win. Ah!
Wait. All
Beats
right.
it, beats it, beats it, beats
No.
it.
All right. So someone's trying to do something, and someone's trying to prevent the thing. The dude doing the preventing.
The dude doing the preventing is setting the DC for the person doing the thing.
Meets it, beats it.
So meets it, beats
Someone
it.
sets a thing, and
Yeah.
someone tries to overcome that thing.
That is how I'm gonna rule in this moment. Meets it, beats it. There is just like there is this moment where Ashes is suddenly like lucid for a second, sees Risk jump up onto the claw, wedge the spear down into the crook of the pincer, and pushes with all his might. And it looks like that it's not gonna happen. It's just not. Risk is just not strong enough to overwhelm this creature. And then Risk just gives this deep, throaty croak and pushes
what'd that throat
again.
do, though?
And there's this crack as the claw pops open and Ashes drops to the ground at the ready, dodges out of the way of the pincer and is no longer grappled. Risk is able to like backflip off of the pincer, basically.
Hell yeah.
You know?
God, Risk is so fucking cool.
Yeah, he is pretty cool. Damn,
Okay.
should our next characters just be Mossy and Risk?
Dude,
do
I
it.
said it was a better party already. Like when I kill you, this is the thing. Now I've got to introduce side NPCs for Ashes and Ezra to just pick up when they're ready. You know,
Risk is just a frog monk, so
to carry on the legacy. Pretty much. All right, that is Risk's action. Anything else?
I don't think he can do anything else unless that counted as an attack, and then he could do a bonus.
I would no. That doesn't count as attack. That counts as like a full action.
Yeah, that's what I
unfortunately.
figured.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna be
As cool as it was pretty elaborate to like leap onto the hand,
Oh,
like
yeah.
full crack open the claw, backflip off, that whole shit. So,
Yeah,
all right.
no problem with that.
Sounds good. We switch over to a war that cannot be witnessed as multiple Mossies are arrayed in front of this Umber Hulk that is just very surprised all of a sudden by this creature and is just like kind of like in shock, like what? Mossy, you're up. And
Mossy.
actually, I would say this creature has the surprised status.
Hey, surprise! That means I get advantage, right?
I don't know if
Or
you-
surprise generally just means they just can't act.
Yeah, I
first
think
turn.
I think it just can't act this turn. Is if you had any abilities that worked off of surprise, then you would get you know,
not a
the
rock,
situation
rock leaper thing.
Yeah, exactly, right? But it at the very least can't. Yeah, Mossy can be multiple man. It's Mossy ate a magic rock and can now duplicate a cloaker's abilities to duplicate themselves. So anyways, Mossy, what are you doing?
He is multiple man. He well, he doesn't have to look because he's got tremor sense. So he's just gonna.
That's
go
true.
to
Mossy
town.
can just close his eyes and go to town.
Yep.
Without issue.
So just a normal, he'll just be going to town with his multiple attacks.
The blender begins.
By claw bite.
Claw bite.
16, 11, 8. Very unfortunate.
Ooh, unfortunate rolls, right? Like, wait, isn't it 3 claws and a bite?
Oh, it is 3 claws. 3 claws and 1 bite. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, 1 more claw for me.
27.
That's the one that did it, right? So he begins the blender, claw, tries to gnaw a leg, right? But this creature, it's surprised, but it's still a very resilient, very thick, chitinous armored creature. So Mossy is unable to penetrate into its fleshy, interior until Mossy catches on like the underside of one of the creature's legs and is able to kind of like pop a claw up into a little soft spot and just rake the claw. Like suddenly there's pressure in there and it's just like a can opener. It's just like, and it just rips open that inside of the leg. Very nice. Cool.
And then Mossy and his people, they all go into the ground and then they come back up, but randomized.
Oh my god, they're like a whack-a-mole scenario.
It's much like that, yes.
Zach, do you have DM Inspiration?
I don't know, probably. I never use it.
If you do not have DM Inspiration, take DM Inspiration. By the way, I'm trying to remember to give out DM Inspiration more frequently. I have it notated on my session planner. Give out DM Inspiration more frequently. So we're going to go with that. Good job, Zach. All right. That is the end of that turn. Ezrah, or Mossy's turn. Ezrah, what is your passive perception? Yeah? Okay. Then never mind. You have no fucking idea what's in store for you.
That's my world.
What would you like to do?
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy.
Fuck, nah.
What are you thinking, Ezra? What you got?
To... Yeah, we'll do that. So I'm gonna move
Okay.
up.
While Ezra is moving up is actually when Risk does the jump on the hand and cracks ashes out of the creature's grip. So as Ezra is moving up is when Risk is like backflipping off and secretly Mossy is being a badass behind the wall.
Then I'm gonna go ahead and cast haste on ashes.
Ooh, okay. So Ezra, and that's that's all 3. Okay, so verbal, somatic, and material, right? Like, you don't keep licorice on you, do you? You just use your arcane focus.
My focus is my stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you bring the focus forward and begin this flurry of hand gestures and incantations, and there's like the faint ticking of a clock or something like that audibly in the air, and then all of a sudden Ash's form just seems to blur, but really it's just speeding up. So Ashes is now hasted.
As I'm casting it, I'm going to bonus action Tempestuous Magic to softly float back 10 feet with an attempt to land lightly on the ground.
Okay. Roll me an acrobatics check. This is going to be, and you're not gonna know what you're going against. Right, but this is going to be against the Umber Hulk's passive perception. So acrobatics against... Okay, so you rolled a 17. You have no idea whether or not that worked.
I have this theory.
But you have a theory. Yeah, so we'll see how that actually turns out. Okay, cool. All right, this Umber Hulk has been surprised by Mossy, is unable to act, and that is now its turn. So, at the top of the round, we have a creature that is going to... It is now at this point, Ezra, even with your abysmal passive perception, you can feel the earth, the stone shaking to the north of you. Okay? But whatever it is has not made it through to where you guys are yet. Okay? Yep. But there is something else coming.
Something has survived.
And now we go back to the other Umber Hulk. Okay, this other Umber Hulk has had its prize stolen from it by a frog folk. And it does not appreciate that. So it's going to try...
Up by 2, by the way. Ash's up, AC's up by 2 because of haste.
Nice. Okay, yeah, good to know. That being said, the Umber Hulk is more interested in the frog person at the moment because it jumped on its claw and freed its prey. Also, it's tried to hit Ashes already, and Ashes has already been a difficult target to hit. So it's kind of going for the softer looking frog, you know? So claw at the frog, which I think a 15 hits.
He's got his shield.
He's not using his shield.
He is using his shield.
Yes, he dropped his thing.
He is using his shield, yeah. Okay. Yeah. He is using his shield, but even with his shield, Risk is a thick boy, but he's not exactly a hard to hit boy. So I believe Risk only has a 15 AC with his shield. So should be 7 damage to Risk. And then another claw coming towards the frog folk. Another 13 damage. And then mandibles. Yeah, he's gonna try to burst down Risk. The frog looks fleshy, right? Tasty. So in the Umber Hulk's mind, it's like, just rip and tear, right? It's just a flesh bag, right? What he doesn't know is that Risk has a very high constitution stat and has a shit ton of HP. So he does.
You trying to eat Risk? Fuck off.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Back just in time.
What?
Ashes, you have haste.
Right,
Ashes,
sweet.
you have haste. Risk has been torn into by the Umber Hulk and is now sitting on.
Sorry, hold on. Torn into or torn into?
Torn into.
Like,
torn into.
Torn into.
Risk has a lot of health. Risk has almost as much health as you do.
There are now 2 frog people.
Yeah, Risk
he's still in one piece.
Yes, he's still in one piece.
There's now 2 of them.
Yeah. But the Umber Hulk did not...
31 damage.
Yeah, he took 31 damage.
Okay.
The Umber Hulk is not happy that Risk freed the Umber Hulk's meal, and Risk looks decidedly more squishy than Ashes does, so the Umber Hulk's going for Risk at the moment. Okay?
I will give my life
Risk
to make
just
sure
takes it and goes...
Alright, Ashes, you're up.
Alright, well, I'm gonna bonus action.
Actually, before you do anything else, I do think Risk would actually say something in the moment, because he did take 31 damage, right?
Ow.
So he actually like plants his feet, raises his little, he has a shield, but it's basically just like a wooden buckler, right? He raises his shield up and he croaks, and in broken common, because right, he's still learning the trader's tongue, he says, "The new generation shall not fall here."
Damn.
And it's Ash's turn.
Bonus action. I'm gonna roll my Hippocratic die. Why did I roll 2?
you do more damage to yourself than anything else.
Yeah, no,
I love
whatever.
it. I fucking love it.
It's fine. And I'm going to write up with Thunder.
Thunder. Thunder.
Thunder.
Thunder ashes. Ho!
And I'm gonna swing.
Swing.
Disadvantage. 'cause I'm not looking.
Okay, you're diverting your gaze.
Disadvantage, 'cause
Gotcha.
I'm not looking.
Okay.
23.
23 hits.
Oh,
Absolutely.
shit. Also, I forgot my to put my right.
Yeah, your shit's not turned on.
Yeah, my shit's not turned on. My
No
globals.
worries. Just
So
tell
that's
me
an
what.
Extra, so I'm gonna roll an extra D8 for the right damage.
Sounds good.
Hey, all right.
Holy shit!
That's
Hot damn! Alrighty then.
And then I'm gonna swing once more at disadvantage.
Okay.
Does a 29 hits?
Yeah, that
Technically
hits.
a 31.
Dear Lord Jesus. All right. How much
that's
is
a
that?
20 and a 19.
Right. you don't crit on a 19, do you?
No, I do not.
Oh,
I don't think
how
I'll have access
sick
to
would that be if you crit on a
Right?
19? Holy shit. All right. So you deal 21 damage. Okay. Anything else?
That is all I can do in turn.
That's not all you can
are
do.
hasted.
You are hasted.
Hasted action. Thank you, Jake.
Who's Jake?
Ezra.
Thank you.
Swing again. Come
Thank you.
on,
Thank you,
damn it.
Jake.
All right. Wait, no, that's
No,
20.
Let's not start that.
That's a 20 hit.
A 20 does hit, actually. Wait, why is it a 20?
Wait, did that roll right?
Global.
I don't know. Oh, so
It's-
it's the global magic. Okay, gotcha. What? That's weird. What?
Well, it so I'm looking at the die that rolled on the table, and it shows an 8.
Yeah.
But it showed me I rolled like a
It says 8 plus 4. Okay, no. Your total is 18, but I don't know where the plus 2 is coming from.
+2 comes
Feral
from being
might.
in lichen form. That's the feral might.
If you hover over it,
That's
it says
to
Feral
your
Might.
attack
Feral
roll.
Might give you a
Gotcha.
bonus to your to hit.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah.
It I thought it was like I keep forgetting that it's to hit, not to damage.
Oh, gotcha. So, well, I think it's to damage as well now, isn't it?
Well, yes.
That's not Feral Might. It is. You do get a
Right,
bonus
it's-
to your
yeah.
damage. It's just not Feral Might. Yeah,
Yeah,
you get.
Feral Might
It's
is-
weird. So the reason why I was confused is if you hover over the 18, it just shows the roll, the strength, the proficiency, and the magic. You have to hover over the 2, and it says
Yep.
Feral Might. And I didn't
Weird.
realize that. I thought it would just, if you hover over it, it just shows everything, but you have to hover over each individual number to see all of the
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So, gotcha. That's a 20. That's
Except-
a hit.
Except for the
That
feral
is
might and the crimson right, it squishes those together.
yeah. So, but that is 14 damage. Another loud crack, and the Umber Hulk is just that horrible warbling noise. The whole area around you is basically filled with it, and it kind of hurts. Like it gives you this massive pressure headache, and so you just wince as you're cutting into this thing. Right? Anything else for your turn?
That'll be in turn.
All right, Risk, you're up.
Okay. He's going to.
The wall to the north is quaking.
To the wall, to the
I
north.
really don't feel like he's gonna hit much, so he's gonna adopt the risk stance. And he's
Oh,
going
the
to
stand and
start
tank
dodging.
20,000 Quaggoth stances? Gotcha.
Correct.
Understood. All risk, all defense, all the time. So
He's a tank, he's not a damage
counter
dealer.
to risk, right? Like risk is not a risk taker. Absolutely not. I love it. Oh goodness. Okay, so Risk adopts a defensive stance, and then we are back to Mossy. All right, Mossy has initiated the whack-a-mole strategy. The creature, the Umber Hulk that Mossy is facing off against, is now kind of like has centered itself. It realizes its ambush has been turned. It has been attacked, and now it is ready to retaliate. But Mossy has the initiative. What are you gonna do, Mossy?
He's blundering.
He's a blender.
No, we re-roll dice.
Everything hits. Oh my god, the blender is real life.
The
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
We roll dice.
What? Holy fuck! What is your total damage?
5.
9, 19, 35.
35. There is this. Bossy just legitimately starts to spin into this guy, and there's just this crack and rending of chitin and flesh, and this thing just freaks out. It tries to like backpedal to like push Mossy off of it to no avail. What did you say? How much?
35.
35. Holy shit.
A lot of damage.
Well, when
Mossy is very strong.
Mossy doesn't
He does-
actually
he
have
has
a very high
4
attack
attacks.
bonus. Yeah, that's the thing. He has 4 attacks, but what's his 2 hit?
+6.
Yeah, you guys are at like plus 10 and 11 or some shit like that, right?
9.
Okay,
Yeah,
9
I have
for
plus
Ezra.
11.
Huh?
I have +11 on my +1
See?
attacks.
Right? Like from 9 to 11, I think 11 is the highest and 9 is the lowest right now. So like that's 3 above where Mossy is at. So it's mostly just luck that sometimes Mossy just goes into blender mode and fucks people up. Anyways, Mossy goes into blender mode and fucks this Umber Hulk up. Ezra, you're up. Assuming you weren't going to do anything else with Mossy, right? Like you're not moving or retreating or anything like that.
Yeah, he's just trying to, he's just playing games with his.
Gotcha.
bros.
Sounds like plan. Just playing game. I love it. Mossy isn't even threatened right now. He's just hanging out with his friends.
Yeah, him and his
Chilling.
other bros.
He took 30 damage.
No, not Mossy. Risk. Mossy
Oh,
hasn't taken
Mossy.
shit for damage.
Yep.
Mossy hasn't even
Yeah,
been looked
Risk
at
got
yet.
his ass kicked, but he's still here. He's still fighting.
That was funny. It's funny. Risk got his ass kicked and almost still has more HP than Ezra does.
Wow.
But speaking of which, what are you doing, Ezra? You can
Wow.
feel
Big boy.
there is a creature in the wall to the north of you. Or there is you can assume there's a creature in the wall to the north of you. You've seen these things move through walls and stone before, right? There is something shaking and rumbling to the north of you.
Does it feel like it's getting pretty close?
Oh yeah, it's almost on the other side of the wall. Actually, roll me an intelligence check. DC 10.
What intelligence?
Yeah.
Nope.
You are too panicked to guesstimate right now.
You're right.
I love that. That's so on brand for Ezra, right? Like just
Oh boy, oh boy.
very smart, got it right, very on, has this personality, has this presence, but oh my god, gets a little panicked.
I'm going to hold a thunder wave.
Okay, gotcha. What's your trigger?
Or if an Umber Hulk gets within melee, I'm going to attempt to push it.
So I'm gonna clarify for you. The Thunder Wave actually has like a 15-foot range, doesn't it? Like in theory, it hits like a 3x3 out next to you, right? So do you want it to be melee range, or do you want it to just be in range of the Thunder Wave?
When it gets in melee, I want to push it away from me.
Okay.
So my understanding is I've got this. There's something to the south, but it seems to have stopped.
It has not moved. Yeah.
The one to the north, my expectation is it's going to pop out either kind of a little bit below me or a little bit above me, maybe. If
Okay.
it does, if it comes after me and gets within melee, I want to push it either north up or south down, so kind of redirecting it.
Gotcha.
But once it gets in range to do the wave.
I feel you.
I am intending on transmuting the damage.
Yeah, you can do that on the fly. That's no concern. Reiterate what your trigger is for me.
When
for clarity.
Gets within melee.
When it gets within melee. Okay. All right. Gotcha. All right. Nothing else for your turn, assuming?
Just holding the...
It is the Umber Hulk versus Mossy's turn. So the Umber Hulk versus Mossy sees these multiple creatures attacking it, has been horribly mauled by this creature, and just starts to kind of like just flail at Mossy. So here's a claw. The 26 to hit. And you're muted if you're talking to us.
Sorry, I had a work situation.
You're fine.
Okay, so I have duplicates, so you have to. Okay, so.
So I need to target. I need to.
That's higher than a 6, so that hits the duplicate. So that's done.
Okay. Well, I need to roll whether it targets you or a duplicate. So.
No. I mean, hold on.
Yeah, that's what it is. You roll a d20
roll
to see.
d20 to determine if the attack instead. Okay,
so it's a 3.
Okay, so it's not higher than. So it does hit Mossy.
So it actually hits Mossy with 13 slashing damage. But you keep your duplicates. Okay. You don't like lose a duplicate or anything like that. So, no, it's gonna claw you again. So knowing that, we'll do the roll first.
Okay,
so
you said these are these non-magical attacks?
They are non-magical attacks.
Okay, well, Mossy has resistance to piercing and slashing damage from non-magical attacks.
Holy shit!
Not made unless his claws are made of adamantine.
Nope, they are not. This little rock boy. Oh fuck! I forgot Zorn's had that. Holy shit!
Yeah, he's a piece of shit. So
all right, so you take half damage. So you take 6.
Minus 6. Okay.
Okay.
Done.
So here's the targeting you or not.
Roll a d20.
Targets you again. So let's see if it hits. Another 23.
Sure does, but it's minus 3 again.
Yep.
Or is it minus 4? Is it round up or down?
Is it round up or round down? Jake, you're the one who always knows the answer to this.
Always round down unless otherwise specified.
Okay, gotcha. So it's 3.
Right, minus 3, so taken.
Uh-huh. And again, it's gonna try to mandible Mossy. Does it go for Mossy or does it go for an image? That's an image.
So that goes for an image.
Okay.
So you still roll your attack. You gotta see if you
auto? Okay, the images
you gotta
have
see if
different.
You meet the image's AC. Yeah.
Yeah, the images have different AC. So 11.
Okay, so there are 2 different things written here, Jeremy. In the Phantasm spell, it says a duplicate has the Zorn's AC. But mirror image is just 10 plus the dex mod.
Nope, it has the Zorn's AC.
Okay, well that does not pierce the Zorn's
That is
AC.
how, yeah, the Zorn has the Cloaker has an enhanced ability of mirror image, and Mossy, because he ate basically a Cloaker crystal, has that enhanced version as well.
Cloaker crystal.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, well I mean, I don't know. The duplicate.
Yeah, it hits the duplicate, but the duplicate just shrugs it off like, whatever, man.
Like, I'm a rock, bro.
Like, I'm a rock, bro. It actually, that's the thing. So to kind of like suspend the illusion, it actually feels, the Umber Hulk feels like it just hit a rock. Like, it feels like it hit something and didn't penetrate its flesh, basically. So it doesn't understand that some of these are fakes. Like, if it just swung its claws and it went through some of these things, it might have the intelligence to be like, oh, some of these things are fake. But it doesn't know. It literally thinks that there are 4 Zorns attacking it right now.
Yeah. Okay, so since it didn't... Well, it's magic. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of like a befuddlement, I guess. Here's the thing, right? It's not like Mossy is standing still, right? So Mossy is moving around a bunch. It's moving around a bunch. So there's enough movement to kind of fool the concept of tremor sense. If it really thought about it, it would probably go like, there's not enough movement to be 4 Zorns. But I will say an Umber Hulk only has 9 intelligence, so it's not like super brilliant. So I
don't know why I just had Mossy walk into the wall. I was like, Mossy didn't give a shit. He's kind of dumb.
Fooled. it might not be fooled forever, but even if it's not fooled, right? Like, what is it gonna do? Attack, yeah. I guess
Attack the
maybe
literal
maybe
rock?
it would have it might be able to like discern and have advantage against the mirror image effect, but I don't know. Anyways, that thing is done, and as it is done, we go back to the top of the round, and an Umber Hulk Kool-Aid Man's through the wall just to the southeast of you, Ezra.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And it is now added to the initiative order. You fucking lucked out. It is faster than you, so it is gonna go.
I rolled a 3.
It is.
What
Well,
is the
I'm saying you lucked out. If it went like after you, you would have completely probably held an action for no reason, basically. So.
Yeah, but what would it have had to roll to get worse than me?
What
A
did you
1?
roll? A 3? It would have had to roll a 2 or less.
Odds were in my favor.
Odds were in your favor. You're correct. All right,
Oh,
top of the round, Umber Hulk. All right. No shade about it, right? Like, the Umber Hulk was pissed that Risk did that the frog person did what it did, but the frog person hasn't done shit since then, and the dog man is just ripping into it. So it doesn't care about Risk at all anymore. It only cares about Ashes. And it is smart enough to know that it might have been onto something originally. So it swings out again with another claw and tries to grab you, Ashes. I need an opposed grapple check, either strength, athletics, or acrobatics.
Ain't happening again.
No, it's not.
Ooh! Ooh!
Oh, wow.
Here's the
I willed
thing.
that into existence.
I'm not even gonna roll, because even if he crits, it's only gonna be a 25, and I'm not gonna give him a 25 crit over your 228 crits. So, you're good. In point of fact, after trying that and being so horribly rebuffed, the creature is just like, never mind, not gonna try to grab it, let's just try to pop its little head off instead. So instead, it swings a claw at you. 21?
Even if that's gonna hit.
Plus haste?
Hold up.
Two
So,
plus 2
because-
AC with haste.
Oh shit! 2 AC for Matt. I keep
never mind.
getting haste.
Sorry,
Sorry.
Mitch. I apologize.
That
Man,
I
I
know
was
what
gonna do bullywug shit.
I know what you were trying to do, Mitch. I'm sorry.
I was ready to do bullywug shit.
No, I have 23 AC.
Well, he comes in
22,
with
I
some
think.
mandibles and maybe. No, never mind. It's just not
And
gonna happen.
maybe?
And maybe, but no. He just Risk is at the ready, but it's not needed. It's unnecessary.
Sorry, Mitch.
Fucked up.
Sorry, Mitch.
I don't know why you guys hate me.
All right, Ashes, you're up. You do hear the Kool-Aid Man of an Umber Hulk through the wall to the north behind you.
Yeah. All right, does a 19 hit?
A 19 does hit,
That's 15.
and the creature falls.
Hey.
And
nice.
1 down, 2 to go.
Not that
Alright,
they're
and-
aware of. Only 1 to go, as far as they know.
Yeah.
Mossy
and-
better solo this thing, or else no help is
And
coming.
I think he's doing a pretty good job.
He's
I don't
doing
know
a-
how much HP it's got.
He's doing a very good job.
Yeah,
and,
last round was real good. Can't
so,
expect
like,
that to happen again, though.
does facing matter when considering the Umber Hulk's gaze ability?
Hmm.
Like, can I?
No.
Yeah. Okay. then
No, so
will avert.
I would be convinced if someone were like in the heat of the moment, it's playing, let's make an argument for this, that, or the other. But right now, you're the only thing in melee with it, so it's gonna be able to give the majority of its attention to you.
Heat of
think-
the moment.
We are having
Right,
a
20.
That's a hit. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So
You are rolling decently. Not
this is- I don't
well,
think I've
actually.
ever
You have a
had-
plus 10, but so you're not
You're not-
rolling.
You're not
rolling
doing
well.
but
You're rolling decently the entire time.
this-
If this was Pathfinder, I want to point this out. No one comes to my my Thursday Pathfinder streams, but if this was Pathfinder, I was Ashes, I would have rolled like 17 threes in a row. Just throwing that out there. That's my life.
So that second bonus action to attack again.
Sorry. What did you did 17 damage.
Yeah, 17 damage.
Continue.
And then swing it again. God bless.
My God, my
What is
man,
happening? My dice are loaded.
roll fucking
My dice
anything low.
My
What is with
digital
you?
dice are loaded.
Just tell him to roll a con save.
Okay, roll a
Yeah,
Constitution
con
save.
save is us.
Legitimately, roll a Constitution save right now.
rest in peace.
Okay.
That was higher than I was.
That's
expecting.
higher than I was expecting, honestly. So,
Hasted action. I
so
think.
I was gonna give Jake DM inspiration for that if you rolled like a really low roll, but that was actually middling, so I'm not gonna give it.
All right, and hasted action
Oh shit!
does a 20.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
yeah.
Hold up, I didn't count the second one. The second one was an 11, and dear Lord Jesus, a 17. Holy fuck! All right, Ashes came online.
Yep,
Done.
yep. In turn.
Ashes just goes into like blind samurai kill everything mode. Shoo, kills one Umber Hulk, just like turns and does like the stutter step where he like steps and then appears next to a thing and then just whoosh 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 like Clem Hazards through this guy. Right? Like I like that Jay actually really gets that reference visually. I could see it on his face.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, so that's it, and this Umber Hulk is like, what the fuck, man? This Umber Hulk just came out of the wall and is like, holy shit, what is this fucking dog dude? This is bullshit, and he tries to cut your head off, basically.
22.
So,
Good luck.
22!
I use my reaction.
React.
Ah, fuck. Oh, I need to put
Plus
a limit
one
on
AC.
that. I need to put like a limited amount of uses on that.
I mean,
It is
if you
limited
feel
by
like
his
you-
reaction.
It is limited by his reaction. Oh,
Limited
don't worry.
by
When
his
we get
action economy.
when we get to Demogorgon, then it won't matter. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right?
No, we're fighting Demogorgon again.
Oh, again, like not only again, but you're actually gonna fight 3 different versions of Demogorgon this time.
No.
All right, another
We
claw.
need variety
Oh
in our
god,
lives.
11. All right, and mandibles 10. Dear Lord
Ah.
Jesus, it's done. It's so done. Risk, you're up.
He's gonna walk over here, and he's gonna
Okay.
dodge at him.
Knocked at him.
Oh no! Oh, what's he doing?
I'm a frog in a box. Can you get in the box?
Roll me an intimidation check with disadvantage. Your DC is 15.
Okay.
You might not even have
I don't
intimidation
have-
on risk. If
I
that's
have
the case,
intimidation,
it's
but here's
charisma.
Charisma.
Okay, no. I was gonna say, if Risk had managed to meet that DC, I would say Risk, even just rushing over, presents an intimidating enough target to give the Umber Hulk pause and consider him. But as it is, Risk just runs over and adopts a defensive stance, and the Umber Hulk just doesn't even realize Risk is there. Basically. All right, Mossy is up.
Damn, already? All right.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 1.
Oh, the blender.
The attack.
Ooh, see, we got reverse blender this time around, basically. You only hit with the first one.
Damn, 17 don't hit?
17 does not hit. Their AC
sick.
is 18. They've got
well, that's
really thick chitinous, almost like they're encased in, like, bronzed armor, right?
You're right. Ain't nothing wrong with 9 damage.
Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely. Considering it's barely harmed Mossy at all so far, you're doing pretty good. Ezra, unfortunately, because of Ashes being a fucking monster, this creature did not have the opportunity to move towards you, so you did not have an opportunity to trigger your held action.
I will lose a first level spell slot.
Yeah,
to stay
right.
alive.
It's such a bad thing.
Zero qualms here with what transpired.
So, Ezra, you see both Ashes and Risk engage this new Umber Hulk threat. You understand the lay of the battlefield. You know Mossy is still gone, but you can feel the trembling of the earth from the south. What would you like to do with your turn?
I don't feel any other very, very clear trembling.
Not currently, no.
In which other direction? Well, I trust the wolf boy that has shown his claws to me as well before, so I am going to take a couple of steps away.
Like, not it.
Not it. Then averting my gaze, I will...
I wish the Umber Hulk had reach right now. I wish it did. But it doesn't.
I will do some calculus, and I will summon a spectral hand.
Spectral hand. Ooh, a
Unfurls its
14.
mantis claw.
You do some calculus, and after you do some calculus, you're like, hold up, I think I might have over gauged
Carry
that.
the one.
Like, yeah,
I
you
didn't
put
carry
it
the
in,
one.
you put it in the rock behind the Umber Hulk. So you're like, no,
Forgot
no,
an
no, just
imaginary
brush
number.
that one off.
Oh.
Brush that one off. That one didn't count. All right, we are done with Ezra. And we go
Wow,
to the
that's harsh.
Umber Hulk that is fighting 1v1 me, bruh, against Mossy. So the Umber Hulk,
That's
we're gonna start off. Does it target Mossy or does it target a mirror image? It targets
Mossy.
Mossy. Wow, it is remarkably good at targeting Mossy, right?
Yeah.
12 is a
That
miss.
does not hit, yeah.
And then again targeting
Yep, Mossy,
Mossy.
again.
All right, another
Oh,
claw.
mercy.
16?
16 does not hit.
Oof.
19.
All right,
19
fair enough.
is AC.
And, holy
oh, damn,
shit!
dude, what's the percentage chance of this happening? 'Cause it's
Really
like,
low. Really low.
It's like a, 5% chance? So
Ooh,
it's
21.
20%. 21 does hit. So
Okay,
it's,
21 does hit, but it is slashing, and I think Mossy is resistant.
Yes, sir.
So
7.
7. So Mossy is still doing okay. A little cut up, but not too bad, right? And we are done with that Umber Hulk's turn. We go back to the top of the round. This Umber Hulk is dead, and we are back to Ashes. Ashes, what are you doing?
I continue the assault.
He's given worse than he got.
So far, yeah, absolutely. Zilarezko Ilargia.
Miss.
Oh, big miss on this one. This one, like the creature kind of turns its head and catches with one of the mandibles, and you just go up the side of the mandibles, and sparks kind of fly, and Risk is sitting there in this kind of like defensive stance with the shield out and spear like up over the shield, right? And there's just this shower of sparks that rains down on Risk's shield from Zalara, basically.
To you, I have used up all my RNG, and I will not land another hit.
Oh,
the rest
no,
of the fight.
you got this. Absolutely, you got
Yeah,
this.
but what about this miss? Explain this.
Explain that hit? Yeah, fuck off. Get out of here.
Explain the 29.
Dear Lord. Oh, fuck. Okay, so that is 21 damage. Okay. So you make another solid connection, crack, rend through the or the creature's armor.
Yep. All right, so here is my bonus action attack. That's a failure. Critically, here is my confirmation. And
Less than
Okay, you're
confirmed.
fine. Actually, hold up. You guys have had a good night. There have been...
Yeah.
That is the first critical failure tonight.
all night.
Yeah.
Holy
All right.
shit.
So a 24.
Oh, and the last one is another 16 damage.
16
Gotcha.
damage, and that'll be in turn.
Okay, cool. So, roll me a nature or insight check, Ashes.
Let's go with Insight.
Insight.
And Sigurd?
Okay, this creature is starting to flag. You fought a couple of these so far. They have kind of this alien, weird physiology, but you can see through the amount of wounds, cracks, cuts that you have caused on this creature's body, plus the fact that you kind of gauged the overall fortitude of these creatures from your successive battles against them. This thing is close to being on its last legs, okay? All right. It goes next, and it is just horribly, horribly angry at you. It tries to claw. That's a big miss. It tries to claw again. That is a 26.
That is a big hit.
So now I can do my thing.
I just waited. I just held in the air like...
So he's gonna use protection.
So Risk, seeing this claw kind of like lunge into your space, Ashes, kind of like has the correct trajectory, right? Risk interposes himself, right? All of a sudden, having just not really done
Guard
too terribly
boosts.
much, holding here with shield and spear, lunges forward, lightning fast,
thruster on.
shield up in the range of the claw, and the claw is going to 22.
No, haste. I got 23 and misses.
Hey!
Untouchable.
So, Risk is able to deflect the blow enough so that Ashes is able to lean out of the way, and the creature just swings wide. That is
Glance over at Risk and give like a quick like nod of appreciation.
I love it, right? Like,
He
what
side
if
eyes you for just like a split second because he's in the middle of combat. He goes,
like, would it have really mattered at the end of the day? No, it wouldn't have, right? It's 9 damage that would have been reduced to 4, but it's still fucking cool. Risk helped, right? Mandibles,
Risk is here, baby.
24.
Ooey, baby.
And there's no risk protection to assist
There's
this
no
time.
risk protection.
Nope.
The cloak would only get me to 23, so
All right, the 13 hits.
that's actually
It is
getting through.
reduced down to 6 slashing.
Yeah, you did it. You hit him.
You hit him. I hit him. I feel so good. All right, Risk is up.
He is going to. We've gotten a few hits on this guy, right?
Yeah, it's looking pretty beat up.
All right. Well, Risk is gonna try and get his licks in then. Spear. Well, bop. And you go
Risk
fight.
Risk
Well, bop.
basically fights like a Spartan, right? Like shield up, like a hoplite, right? Like shield
Yup.
up, just poking repeatedly
He
over the
only
shield.
strikes when the moment's right.
Right?
That's pretty fun.
And unfortunately, because of that, Risk is unable to actually connect any blows with this creature. Like, I say that, some of the blows might connect, but they're not with enough strength to actually pierce the creature's strong chitin. So, no damage from Risk. Anything else?
Nope, that's it from
All right.
old Risky Boy.
Mossy, you're up.
All right, the old Mossinator. He's just he's fine.
Yeah.
He's doing fine.
Mossinating
Yeah.
all the people. Mossinating all the towns.
He crit again.
18 hits, 23 hits, 26 hits. So what is your total from those three?
22, 29 plus 18 is 34.
34. Mossy goes into blender mode yet again. And after he's finished, like, Mossy, when I say blender mode, Mossy legitimately starts to, like, spin at this creature, right? Just spin in a flurry of teeth and claws, almost kind of like a drill, right? Like, he is the drill that will pierce the Umber Hulks. But after he fuck off, Jay. After he finishes, this creature is still standing. It's still up. If only just still ready to give the old what for to Mossy. Anything else?
He plays musical Zorn and is done.
Okay, gotcha. Ezra, you're up.
Sorry, I was looking up a sit and spin gif.
You stop that, sir. You stop that, sir.
I think you're gonna find some stuff you don't want to find.
Stop that, sir.
Tenner's pretty PG-13. Let's be real. Most of it's within the realm of not horror.
What did you say? Tumblr?
Tenor.
I didn't know people still went to Tumblr.
No, he said tenor.
I don't know what tenor is.
That's
It's
one of the main
GIF
GIF
app
hubs.
in Discord. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it used to have a hentai GIF in it for somebody. It was in Teams for a while. I can't remember who it was, but it was something like really innocuous. Like you looked up like it was like anime or something, and it was like it was girl and yeah.
I continue to avert my gaze while I touch him gently.
Odie, too much, Odie. God
and
damn.
fail horribly
Get back.
as per the norm.
Bite him.
I started scratching his butt, and he just started slamming his head into my microphone. Like, you calm down, sir. You calm
There is
down.
no calm. There is only Odie.
All right, sorry, Ezra. What are you doing?
I failed horribly. Let's move on.
Oh, you did another miscalculated shield touch. Gotcha. Okay. It is Umber Hulk versus Mossy time. The Umber Hulk is going to
Continue your sub 20% rolls.
right. Roll 1d20.
Oh, it's okay. It's a guy.
okay.
It's a guy.
It's a 13
And
and fucking fails.
army continues.
Sorry, that's a 16. It doesn't matter, and ignore that. I'm clicking random things because I'm slightly intoxicated.
All of those would have missed even if it had targeted.
Yeah, but the last one should be mandibles. So
Okay, well, roll. Yeah,
12?
no, that hits. That's a fucking image.
13. Okay,
that
all
makes
misses. God, just incapable. Either he only hits Mossy, or he can't get rid of an image. He just can't get rid of an image. It is impossible for him to get rid of an image. Oh my god. Ashes, you're up.
Huh. All right. Well, I mean, second verse, same as the first.
Sounds like a plan.
Constitution saving throw.
19
19.
hits
Nice.
and kills.
Hey.
The creature is spelled, and as you basically lop off the head of the creature, right? You can feel the shuddering of the earth to the south of you, where Mossy has disappeared.
Line. Ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. What's our experience, Jeremy?
You don't get any yet.
What do you mean?
You don't get any yet.
What do you mean yet?
Because the
Your
battle's
body
not
still
done.
tells you're in mortal danger.
So if I feel like something's coming south, I'm gonna like step up south, I guess.
Okay.
And I mean,
We're just gonna move to Mossy. What's Mossy doing?
And you can be like, Mossy! Mossy, where'd you go? Whatever. It's fine. Yeah, Mossy's just gonna... He's 1, 2, 3, 1. You rolled... There's 2 of those hit.
You rolled too many. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
The first one, the 23
20
that you roll in
damage.
the claw, this thing only had 2 HP after you did your last blender. You just barely didn't drop it the last time. And now Mossy is able to cleave it down without issue. And it's done. And Mossy knows... Everyone else knows less, but Mossy knows there are no tremors or anything like that within 60 feet of Mossy.
Alright, Mossy goes, And him and his Zorn bros start walking out of the wall single file.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Mossy.
Oh, hey, Mossy. Oh, hey, Mossy.
And Mossy.
Oh, hey, Mossy.
I guess this is
Mossy.
bright slot. This is
Oh, hey,
bright light.
Mossy.
Like, after everyone that's not Mossy walks out, they just kind of disappear.
Okay, gotcha. So you guys see a series of 4 Mossies just walk out of the fucking wall, a little banged up, like a little cracked, a little like cut through, right? But not badly. And then 3 of the Mossies like shimmer and disappear, and then there is only the one Mossy.
Mossy.
Okay.
That can be only one.
In Terran, Ezra will ask, "Are you okay?"
It's fine. Reaches down, eats rock.
Just scoops. Like, oh shit, did anyone ever watch, read the manga that was like about the Demon King or whatever that did like a tournament or something like that? And it's the portion is like, to get into the tournament they had to like break a stone like block or like door portal, like it was just this like shape of stone, and a lot of people did a lot of things, but they would like punch it or they break it. He just walks up and like scoops it, right? Like just scoops it and just like scoops out a chunk, and all of the assessors are just so freaked out that this guy just scoops through stone. And I imagine that's what Mossy does.
This?
Mossy just like reaches down and just like scoops up a chunk of stone and just like deposits it in his fucking maw.
Like it's just like dig into a
there's no
open batch of
resistance or
chocolate
anything.
ice
It's just
cream.
like there's also a villain that like just puts his hand against it, against the things, and then when he pulls it back, there's just like the imprint of a snake on the surface of the stone. And it's super small, and a lot of people are like, oh, he's weak, blah, 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 blah. But then they show the back end of the stone, and it's not a small snake, it's a giant snake just carved out of the stone. It's really cool.
Is this you? What is this? Yu Yu Hakusho?
No, this is not Yu Yu Hakusho. I feel like I have
All
to
was
search
made
for this.
me.
I've never heard of this. I love me a good tournament arc.
The problem is I think it actually ends at that. It just died. Like, I don't think it continued. Yeah, it was in that era where there were a whole shit ton, and it just kind of died, unfortunately.
Oh, well, all right then.
I actually have some of them somewhere. I'll like look in my boxes and figure out if I can find out what it actually was, but I don't know. Anyways, moving on. Okay, so in the aftermath of this battle, what is happening?
Well, Ezra would ascertain what happened to Mossy, hopefully understanding that he fended off one by himself.
Yeah, I think that's a plausible situation. It might take Ezra a minute or two to like get Mossy to like say the right things, right? Because Mossy is somewhat obtuse with information, right? Because he doesn't think in the same way that all of you do.
We have
But
corpses
eventually,
here. One of those, yes, okay, you killed it, yes, okay.
right?
I think eventually
basically.
he would just open up the wall right there.
He just dig the rest of the way for the Umber Hulk and just be like he just
I'm
point.
done with this.
Oh shit. So Eventually, the
And
party
then
is
it
able
goes
to
through a
ascertain
moment
that there
of,
were 3
RG.
Umber Hulks in this kind of like ambush, but they have all been dealt with.
Ashes gets real tired for a hot minute.
So I'll be
Yeah.
like, I will see the 2 dead Umber Hulks, and I'll be like, Zalar, that was amazing. And then, oh, God.
You hear in your mind, you hear this. That will never not be funny.
It's about to
Oh,
not happen
oh,
in your future.
I can't retort.
And then 6 seconds are up at that point, and then you're fine. All right, cool. All right. If that is the case, our camera, right? If we're doing like a cinematic scenario, right? Our camera zooms out and speeds across like numerous tunnels and caverns, and alights on Matashtai in the same cavern as Zorta, with the multiple giant bats, right? Beginning to move northwards, trying to continue his exploration of this level of the dungeon.
Okay, then I continue.
Okay. To the north.
Go look in here.
To the north.
Man.
You find a space, and as you move in here, you are immediately kind of struck by a temperature difference. Okay? This
Colder?
space is significantly warmer than all of the rest of the tunnels and caverns that you've been through. It's roughly akin to the warmth of Madgoth's castle itself, right? But in this space, it is mostly cool and dry, or rather, sorry, I misphrased that. Most of the Land of the Stone Men is mostly cool and dry, but this space is warm and humid, right? There's a thick carpet of shaggy golden moss that covers the walls here, and dotted here and there, not in big clusters or anything like that, but there's just the occasional growth of various kinds of fungus. And this place just feels warm and welcoming and removed from the rest of this land's turmoil. It is a serene location, so to speak.
I wonder if the giants would do better hanging out here. Alright. If I don't notice anything aside from the temperature, I'm going to just move on, though.
Sounds like a plan. You head back out into the cavern of the giant bats and move to the southeastern tunnel beyond. And within this tunnel, you find this cavern is actually, as you might want to step back. Okay. Just not necessarily, but as you step into this cavern, it's filled with a haze, partially obscuring the area. Through the haze, you begin to make out giant visages covering the walls, each one the face of the same being, but with a different expression. There are, across the walls here, a dozen or more faces of a giant Halaster Blackcloak.
How many faces are there?
A dozen or more. If you stand here and actually like sit and count, you'll find that there are a total of 13 within your vision range.
And you said each of their expressions is different?
Every single, yeah, they're all just slightly different, right? You see this one with kind of like this quizzical look on his face, one with an angry look, one with just this happy, cheerful look, a pensive look, a sad look, right? Also of note, all of these carvings are complete. They're all full. They're all total. Compared to many of the other carvings that you've seen so far being half finished or undone. These are not. These are very much completed.
Mind you get bones in here. Take a look at the stonework. I continue on.
I'm a stonework expert.
As you step forward, right? You begin to smell a bit of a stench. And it's hard at first to figure out why. But because of the haze, right? But as you step forward, you begin to see and understand why. There are bodies housed here in the lower portions of this cavern. There are dozens of various stages of bloat and decay bodies, many of which have been stripped of arms, armors, other belongings. Only cursory items remain, right?
Actual arms.
Actual arms, right? There's some portions that are just squished entirely. You see, as you kind of like begin to take this in, right? A drow corpse, 2 quaggoths, 5 troglodytes, right? 7 hobgoblins. There are 3 of the ashen-skinned dwarves. 6 of those blind creatures with the horrible teeth, the ones that the Sargoth Coven had employed. There are 9 creatures that look like Risk, right? And 2 creatures that look much like you.
Damn, more aliens?
Specifically aliens.
That's sick.
Oh, this is disconcerting.
It is, because as you take them in, you realize that each and every one of them has been smashed, crushed, pulverized. It does not take a leap of intuition to realize that more than likely these creatures were slain by the stone giants.
Got it. Okay.
As you step forward, by the way, you find towards the end of this tunnel, there is a large X carved into the ground.
Damn, you got an X too?
Okay. Well, I'm ethereal, so I'm go around it through the wall.
Okay, you go around it through the wall. Okay, you go around it through the wall. You're suddenly in the wall.
I'm in the wall. My dream is
You
come
see
true.
nothing around you. You're just
legitimately
in the wall.
You about to be ethereal in a sand trap.
This is actually really interesting. What do you do from here? Where do you go?
I head south. Like I try to go into that
Yeah,
room
you go through the wall.
edge.
Yeah, you go beyond the room, and because you're ethereal, as you step into the room, you notice no difference, right? Like your feet, as you are ethereal, don't actually touch the ground, so to speak. They touch where your mind believes the ground to be.
It's very existential.
Like, so I can mind palace stairs and just...
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Okay. So anything in this room?
So this space seems to be entirely empty.
Okay.
Except for the invisible cursed object. Oh, but you can see invisible, so never mind.
Well, he doesn't have his lantern lit.
I thought because he's ethereal, he could see that.
Oh, can you just see invisible things while you're ethereal? I don't think
I
that's
don't
the
know.
case. I think
I
you
just
can see,
assumed that was how
I
it
think you
was.
can
I don't
see
know.
ethereal things while you're ethereal. The
What if
ethereal
that is
plane
my
is
lantern?
like an.
Hold up.
I
What
think it's
happens if
ethereal
my
and
lantern is
invisible.
lit while I'm ethereal.
I think what that means is you can see invisible things on the ethereal plane.
I thought you could see invisible and ethereal, because like etherealness is like
I don't
invisibility
think
plus
so.
1.
Hmm. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about seeing invisibility.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case. I think when you're ethereal, you're just on the you're in the realm between, right? You're
Like,
just
I'm basically a ghost.
yeah, you're ghosty boy.
That'll do great for our
Alright.
relations. Matt Ghost.
Yep.
I do love. Yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
well, now that I've grown comfortable with passing through walls, I'm gonna phase through this wall to the west until I find
Okay, so I will
an
say
open
this.
area.
I will say this. You have seen one of these X's before. And when you saw it, you were told by Bones that there was a sinkhole there.
Got it.
Sinkhole.
Okay.
Sinkhole,
Well, I don't-
binkhole,
I
what
don't
do you
wanna
want
go
to
in the
thinkhole?
sinkhole.
Okay.
Unless, hold up. I'm just, it doesn't matter. I'm ethereal. I'm gonna fucking poke my head in the sinkhole. Is there anything down there?
Well, that's a good question. Is there?
You poke your head into the sinkhole. There's a lot of shit down here.
Damn, I wonder if there's something in the other one. Did I pull that-
Almost as if everything from the bodies in the room that you had been in prior had been stripped of those bodies and thrown down this sinkhole.
Oh.
There's
Damn,
a-
scoop it into your bag.
There's a lot of
Yeah,
shit.
I'm ethereal.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of coinage down here, like a lot of coinage down here. There's several gemstones down here. There are items down here. There's a cracked, weird-looking lantern. There's this little gargoyle medallion, right? There's this strange globe. There's a lot of stuff down here.
I never heard of a
almost,
gargoyle medallion. that
almost
wasn't
kind of
magic as
like thrown into the pit, right into the sands as sacrifice.
Interesting. Okay, well that's good to know. Let me
You're
double
gonna
check
need
that I
somebody
can't,
who
like,
doesn't need
phase-
to breathe and rope.
All right,
Risk.
let me double check that I can't like
Zorn.
phase in and out.
hell. Into the pit.
I think if you come out of your etherealness, you're out
I
of
think
your
I'm out.
etherealness. Yeah,
Yeah, I am.
I
You
believe
do that when you're
so.
melted through a wall.
That's basically the only
You
thing
start
that lets.
suffocating and crashing.
Yeah, you probably die. Actually, I think it says that you take like force damage and you're shunted out.
Shunted out.
Right?
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
But
Like
Okay.
not a small
Well-
amount. It's like
oh no,
don't-
and
don't
I would
overdo
probably
that.
house
Don't
rule it
overdo
depending
shit.
on how deep you were in something, right? Like if you're 300
Danny.
feet deep in that thing, you're fucking dead. Fuck you.
I think
Get
there are
outta here.
rules. It's like a whole bunch like per 5 feet you have to be
Oh, like kind of like lava. Yeah.
Shit
It's like
like
60,
that.
10 per 5 feet or something. Like that.
Nice. Be careful, Matt. Careful.
Okay, well,
You have a
I
powerful
make a-
new tool at your disposal, but it could fuck you. Be careful.
I make a note of that to tell Bones because he will likely want to loot that pit.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have to kill 1,000 stone giants to get to them.
Well, I mean, not guaranteed. And then I phase through the wall to the west.
I
looking
think this is actually interesting timing. I'm gonna say, as you phase through the wall to the pit, the timing, don't at me, by the way, but the timing probably doesn't match up 1-to-1, but I'm gonna say, as you phase through the pit, you actually see Bones leaving this space. You see this
Can you see
strange
invisibility
statue.
now? I thought we agreed he couldn't do that.
Oh, never mind. I forgot you're invisible. So never mind. You do not see Bones. Aw, unfortunate. You see...
Unless he's got his
ships
fucking
passing
lantern
in the
lit.
night.
Yeah, ships passing in the fucking night. You see instead you see what Zach has crafted before you, right? You see this representation of a basilisk, and you're like, hold the fucking phone. That's my fucking egg.
Damn, that's cool.
You also realize that you're getting close to that kind of like 40-minute mark, 45-ish minute mark, right? Where you're like, I'm fine, but if I'm not careful, I might get caught going back to the group.
All right, then I start heading back.
Bones, after your inspection of the southern sections, what was your intent? Were you heading back, or were you going to explore further?
No, if I found the way out, I'm leaving. I'm going back.
You absolutely found the way out.
Yeah,
Okay.
if I found the way out, I'm heading.
Here's the thing. Oh, actually, no. Here's not the thing. Bones, you're silent as you move, aren't you?
Yes, sir. I got boots of Elvenkind.
Yeah. So as you are moving out of the cathedral, you actually see Gravelock entering into one of the southern tunnels, and you realize that's where he is at this point. And you hear Kurok kind of stomping around in the northern portion of the great big open space, right? So you realize the northern section is kind of dominated by Kurok, and now Gravelock is in the southern section. You're invisible though and silent, and they don't have, powerful senses of smell, so you are capable of traversing your way back without issue. But the party making their way through is potentially going to face some difficulties. So I think at that point, I'm going to grab both Matashtai and Bones, and assuming that they come back,
Let's come back.
without too much delay, it's actually not terribly long after the battle with the Umber Hulks. Bones and Matashtai, you both kind of arrive, and you see these just corpses of Umber Hulks hanging out while the rest of the party is kind of like figuring out what to do now. So whoever wants to jump in, whether it be Ashes and Ezrah, or Mossy and Risk, or Bones and Matashtai, whoever wants to jump in and enact what is going on, have at it.
I assume we don't know they are here.
Yeah, Bones is invisible. I think Ashes probably can smell Bones. Ashes is familiar enough with Bones' scent and has that kind of like, right? So,
Ezra. I think I smell a bitch.
Wow.
With
But
the last bit of my
Matashtai-
invisibility, I slapped the Christ out of Ashes.
Invisibility ends. It's done.
Attack, you lose your.
Yep.
No, wait, is it greater?
No, it's not greater.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
Then you lose your invisibility.
Yeah,
It's an
we're
attack.
fucking worth it.
Oh fuck, that's pretty good. I do enjoy that.
That's inspiration right there.
Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, sure. Fuck it. Why not? Ashes, Jay, you get DM inspiration. Oh, God. Okay. So, Bones is back. Matashtai, you arrive in time to witness this exchange, but you're on the ethereal plane, so no one knows you're fucking here.
I also slap Ashes, but I hope it just feels like a cold whip
Just like
travels through his brain.
Zalar in your brain, Ashes. Zalar's like, did you feel that?
I don't know. It almost kind of felt like a bitch.
And I think Matashtai, in your head, you're like, that was rude. I mean, it was funny.
Turn off
but it was rude.
etherealness with my hand in his brain.
Oh my god.
He
I
dies.
immediately
He's just
die.
dead. Done and done. No, I refuse to allow that, by the way, purely because if I allow it once,
we're gonna do it a lot.
it's
That's
then
how we're
going to be
gonna kill
used
Halaster.
on every single
Yeah.
enemy in
That'll be
existence for the rest of
exactly
the
how
game.
we kill.
Yeah,
That'll be how we
absolutely.
kill
Yeah, no,
Halaster, no doubt.
Fucking Ant-Man Thanos, fucking every single fight.
No, get out of here. This is the
And
true
aneurysm.
This is the true job of an actual
Lobotomy.
Dungeons and Dragons DM is to prevent this type of bullshit from happening.
Set your guardrails and stay true.
Exactly, right? Like, goddamn.
'Cause
Oh,
They will fuck.
everything. All right, so
Like literally, I'd walk around with pebbles and place them in people's fucking brains, and then walk away.
fuck you.
Oh, that'd be
Best case
awesome.
scenario, it kills them. Worst case scenario, it doesn't.
Oh no, dude. All right, well, whatever. So I'm like, hey,
Does
I
anyone
found the
else
way
smell
out.
fresh gravel?
Hey, okay. So Bones
Turn
pops
into a
up,
freaking
slaps
vegetable.
Ashes, and is like, "Oh, hey, found the way out." And then Matashtai kind of slaps Ashes and shows up as well.
Why are you? What's? Huh?
You guys have some fun while we were gone?
Yeah.
No.
No, I sit on one of the corpses.
Very astute. Opposite response. coming
Risk
out of
Risk
Ezrah.
kind of croaks, standing off to the side. Risk croaks and he goes, looking at Bones and Matashtai. He says, "Your allies are very capable."
Yeah, I look
already
at
been a
Mossy.
friend. Like,
Yeah, I know.
I'll like legitimately thank you for your help.
I walk over and I clap Risk on the shoulder and hit him with a couple heals.
Okay, sure, by all means.
Yeah, you're gonna kind of need them.
Actually,
got slapped around a
Risk
little bit.
still has 50. Risk has 90 maximum health. He's a thick boy.
Fuck this shit.
Yeah, he's after all of the damage he took, he still has 59 HP. He's a
Level
thick
11,
boy.
and he has more HP.
But here's the thing. His primary stat is Constitution. He has 20 Constitution. That's why he has so much
and
HP.
fucking like nothing else really.
Yeah, he is
He
shit.
got some strength.
Otherwise, but he is of the new generation. He is the tank. That is his job.
I was gonna say he has
He is a
2
thick
less
boy.
HP than me.
Yeah.
2.
Anyways, continuing onwards. I apologize.
Oh, aren't you wearing an amulet?
Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
I've got a fucking 8 or 19 con amulet on.
Yeah, I
Mossy has
forgot
22
about that.
con, so suck it, nerds.
Holy shit, Mossy's a Mossy. I think the only thing is Mossy's level is kind of stuck where Mossy has been for a while. Mossy hasn't leveled really since you guys have
Yeah.
done, but he's due. It's close.
The moment I drop this amulet, I'm gonna be in for a world of hurt.
Oh, such a world. Such a
Just
world.
like I have not rolled well for health.
Oof.
That's why you don't roll for hell.
What is your con normally?
What,
I
like
think
13?
it was like 12. I can't remember if it was +1 or +2. I'd have to take the amulet off to find out.
Nice. Very nice.
All right, well, so yeah, I found the way out. There's a giant there right now, though. Just saying. In the path. So, do with that as you will. It's just one. We can probably kill him.
Hold up.
No.
I don't want to kill him. We could probably.
Well, it wouldn't be
lure him
hard.
away easy enough.
Congratulations.
We went out of our way to make sure we didn't kill them when we left.
I want
Not the issue.
I want to throw this out here for anyone not realizing it. Zach is intentionally playing the opposite side of what he knows Mitch has learned, right? Like, he's not. It's not that Bones is bloodthirsty or anything like that. It's that Zach is intentionally playing the opposite side because he knows Mitch has learned of the issue with the stone giants, so he's throwing out an option there.
But
it's like playing Baldur's Gate, right? Like Bones is the option to be fucking
as evil as possible.
Potentially, like
yeah, what do you mean evil? Like that's like a pretty neutral option. Yeah. They actively try and kill us.
Okay, if that's the neutral option, what's the evil option?
Kill all of them actively. Actively seek them out and kill them in their sleep. That's the evil option.
That's fair, actually.
Okay.
The neutral option is kill those that oppose us as we're trying to leave the floor.
That's a murder hobo, and I say no.
I think
Not
that's
advocating for
I
that,
think that's just south of murder hobo. And yeah, obviously,
regardless,
Zach isn't advocating for it. He's throwing that out as kind of like the tension discusser, right?
Regardless, I share what I found in the Batcave.
Okay. In the Batcave. In the Batcave.
Well, technically.
In the Batcave. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay, so what happens as Matashtai shares his interactions with Zorta? Are there responses from the party, or is it just kind of like, oh, okay?
But
what's going on?
So she's
I found the eldest sister.
Zorta. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. She doesn't seem like a captive, but
an outcast.
At the same time, she feels stuck, I guess.
Black sheep.
So what that reads to me is Stockholm syndrome.
She literally used the phrase with you, Matashtai, rebellious teenager.
Yeah.
Do we have Stockholm syndrome in this?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You have Stockholm syndrome in D&D.
Her family is cursed. Or this whole level is cursed.
Well, we knew that.
She's correct, but she explained it better. When we thought that Otto was the one messing with their minds, it was not Otto. It's the level. She thinks that there might be some item somewhere that might be causing it.
Shit. Guys, what if we have forgotten events on this floor and we just can't remember them?
Jay, if you did not have DM inspiration, I would give you DM inspiration right now.
Okay. Have we? I didn't know we had.
Hey, Zach, how would you know?
That's what I'm saying.
Is this only the second time we've been to this floor? Was there another time?
Damn. What if,
even if we did,
what if when we die, we wait?
Information we have now.
What if when we die, we wait like a weird purgatory-like state until like all the people that were most important to us are ready to pass on together?
All right, y'all are spiraling. You gotta find the item.
Y'all are spiraling.
Save the level.
Hold up.
As if we were in the hit TV show Lost.
We gotta find the cursed item. We gotta get rid of the cursed item. Let the giants get back to normal.
How are we gonna do that while avoiding and not killing or / injuring giants?
Don't know yet. That's where we start working together and work out a plan.
What is out here? We're not gonna long rest on this floor. It's not happening.
No, we can walk. We can walk
that way.
10 feet up there.
It's not 10 feet. It's 30 minutes at least.
Yeah,
it's 30 minutes to an hour for each traversal of
30 minutes if you walk
level.
Real slow.
It's in my mind, it's 10 feet. So you can't take that away from me.
I mean, by all means, my man.
Okay, so find. Did you see anything that you thought was extremely cursed when you were looking around?
Not exclusively, but I also can't really tell that shit's magical very well in the ethereal plane.
I also cannot tell that. Although I did see a basilisk that was turned to stone, and I thought that was pretty weird.
I saw that too.
So,
Oh, also, Bones, I found a sand pit full of useful shit.
Damn, I love useful shit.
what if the
Honestly,
cursed
maybe-
item is within all the useful shit?
It's entirely possible. I also saw, because I traveled through the giant's home, in hindsight, saying it out loud sounds kind of messed up, but I broke into their home, walked through it, and
B&E?
and they had like a little curio cabinet full of a bunch of knickknacks and shit. And one of them was a statue of Halaster. Maybe that's it.
A life-size statue of Halaster in the blue.
Halaster in the
I
Definitely
don't know
could
how
be.
we would possibly. What if it's just something up in Mad Goth's castle? How can we possibly figure this out?
I mean, I feel like we combed through Mad Goth's castle.
I will say
pretty
this,
well.
Matashtai, from your conversations with Zorto,
Also, that's in like some shield.
Zorta seemed aware of the castle. She didn't speak about it directly, but she seemed aware of its existence. And when she said that the level was cursed and she thought the item was here, she sounded like she was talking about here within their realm, not within...
That's the impression I got.
Okay, so
I just wanted to make it clear, because like I think Matashtai would have, especially with his massive ass insight, right? I think Matashtai would have gotten that in that moment.
all right. So do you want to make a run at trying to convince the giants we're cool again,
No.
and maybe get a
No.
little bit of time, or do you just want to not do that?
Honestly, I think we probably got to try and do this sneaky-like. Or
Sneaky-like,
distract
he
them in
says.
some way. And do other shit while they're pulled somewhere else. Because it's going to be, honestly, a shit show trying to convince them every time we see them that we're good.
I will say that a
No,
party.
we just got to do it like what? At least one more time. We just don't leave again, right?
Well, if I remember correctly, I'm the one who actually talked to them.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
Ezra
gonna have
can
to be you.
understand them.
Yep.
And last time, we got fucking lucky. I had a basilisk egg to give to him.
Well, that egg was back there too. You can go get that again.
Just Groundhog Day with the egg. Again. I got you.
Would you like an egg?
Yeah, well, let's do that.
I mean, that's kind of a. They're not gonna remember.
That's
mean,
fucked up.
the-
That's like taking advantage of a bunch of people with Alzheimer's.
Well, you do what you have to do. Okay.
The etherealness was a potion, though, wasn't it?
What's that?
No.
Or do you have a item that gives you it?
No, it's my staff.
I mean, I got more invisibility charges. I can just go get it. You want me to go get it?
Feel good about it.
So,
You don't feel good about a lot of things.
as you all are kind of discussing this, right? It sounds like the focus of the party shifts to this moment of Matashtai explaining his conversation with Zorta, right? And the curse that has been afflicted upon the stone giant family. And while you are discussing what your options are, what you know, where you can look, what you can try, you hear this croak.
Mm-hmm.
And Risk says,
I'm not going home, am I?
No,
Risks.
I was going to get to that, but you beat me to it, Jeremy.
Risk says, it sounds like we have tasks to tend to. And you see within him this resolve of he had been on a journey to get home. But he sees within each of you a new objective, new task that needs to be completed. And rather than complain or deflect or disseminate or try to convince you otherwise, Risk croaks and commits himself to the next leg of his journey, which may or may not see him home to the Slither Swamp. We will have to figure out whether or not that happens on the next session of the Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Okay.
Risk is the best of us.
What if Risk is the cursed item? We have to eliminate him.
Then the giants stay insane. I don't know what to tell you.
I think now that is the only thing that it ever could have been, actually, at this point. So that is going to be the end of this episode. I hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for watching. We will see you next week for more Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Well, maybe 50-50.
Actually, yeah, potentially 50-50. We'll either see you next week or we'll see you the following week for more Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Some week after that, you know.
Bye-bye, everybody.
In April.
Bye.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.